Wait, I'm a terrorist. That's a good thing. This game feels so fucking slow in the movement. You're just like walking everywhere leisurely. Oh, what the fuck is that thing doing? So you watching it?
Take care of yourself. I shall stay here.
Can you turn off your voice recognition in the game?
Just mute the stream. Stop killing all the dudes, bots. But I mean, even really now, I'm not even worried about shooting the guys. I'm just trying to like run around and like look at things I want to look at. You know?
Okay. Can you make your own server?
Why? I don't know how to do that.
Never mind. So, okay.
I mean, on this, I can just fucking take control of the next bot. And be back to like, I want to look at that sign. Oh, a little low. But again, right now, I'm more so like, I'm not going to keep going lower on the sensitivity. So now I'm just trying to get better at this sensitivity. I'm not going to keep adjusting it.
Okay.
I won't be able to move my mouse across the fucking mat.
Go to mid real quick. It's T-side mid.
What do you see? I can see them.
T-side mid.
Isn't that this right here?
Hold on. You're almost there. But I mean, go. Not in spawn. Go down mid. And
Why, are
start
you
mid.
just going to like tell me to aim at things?
Yeah, I just want to say something. Oh, so no, the best way is go out of here. Go leave this. Go back to the Counter-Strike main menu.
It is over.
What?
Wait, I can't see.
Just tell me what to do.
Go to the servers. So I'll go to play game. Play CS:GO. Click the drop down arrow on official matchmaking.
Okay, I got it. I'm like 2 steps ahead of you. What kind of server?
Then you're going in the search for server. Type in DM. And I can't remember what DM. Like there's one that says free for all. Look for something in there that would say like free for all, where you would just fight anybody. Oh, that's FFA, free for all. So get them a server that
again, like 2 steps ahead of you.
Okay,
There wasn't that many with players on them, so I went to the one that just had hella players and was free for all deathmatch.
I'm going out. I'm seeing things behind you, so I'm figuring it out behind you, and then going, oh yeah, I remember this, blah blah blah.
Although this defeats part of my point of doing it with bots is, again, I don't want the nerves. I don't want to be competing.
There is no nerves. I mean, you're just trying to
I know that, but there's still other people here, and they might say things, and I just... So wait, did they just give me guns?
Yeah. So
Okay.
hit one weapon.
I know how to fucking play the game.
You're not.
I was talking. I wasn't even like you're talking to fucking 30 seconds ago me. So I mean, I feel like if I don't though, you're gonna talk to me, and if I'm doing the thing you say, you're gonna assume that means I'm listening to you, and then I'm gonna stop doing the thing you say, and you're gonna start trying to correct me, and I'm gonna be like, dude, that's 30 seconds ago.
Okay. So just and I mean, you're not trying to type his head there. So, 30 seconds ago.
Okay, this gun has an actual crazy spread. Like, this fucked me up when I was in the bot matches earlier. Like, Counter-Strike, I don't even think of aiming down sights.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I fucking hate Counter-Strike's deathmatch. I mean, Half-Life in general.
this game is more about you have to stop and shoot when you play this. It's not. It doesn't correlate to the other game. You have to stop and shoot when you play this game. It can help with your aim, but I mean.
That's what I'm trying to work on. I mean, really, my sensitivities were high as fuck.
When you see somebody, stop and tap that grenade. Get better. And try to stick on one gun.
It just keeps. What are you fucking talking about? It gives me a different gun every time I fucking spawn.
Did you hit random gun? I don't know how to get back. And not
I didn't hit shit. I think that might just be the rules of this server.
Hey, we're gonna try a different server.
I mean, I kind of want that.
You really don't, because all these different guns spray differently.
So do they on Apex.
You definitely don't want an option.
Again, I'm just trying to click dudes, man.
Not with an op. But whatever. I'm trying to help you, and you're not listening.
You're trying to make me like.
I'm just like empirically, it'd be better to stay if you're just trying to work on your aim. You're making more.
No, I'm trying to make my fucking aim be muscle memory across different types of guns. If that was my concern, I wouldn't be in a different game. Like, I'm just trying to get to where now I'm moving my mouse like 5 times as far as I was before to aim things, and I'm trying to make my brain be okay with that. Which is part of why, again, like, I wasn't even worried about shooting the bots in the bot match. I was like looking at signs, look at that window, look at that, you know?
It doesn't help you with shooting and aiming, like just looking at things.
I'm sorry I'm practicing wrong, Brandon.
Yeah. You're saying it like you can't practice wrong.
I mean, you're saying it like I'm out here fucking holding my breath underwater when I think it's going to make me a better runner.
No, I was just saying stick to one gun. Variables down to, just.
I want there to be variables. Apex is a game with a lot of variables. I mean, if I'm doing this actively and the aiming does, the time to kill doesn't. Different types of guns aim differently. I mean, some games in Apex you want to scope, some you don't.
And this is prime example. Like, I generally think you're wrong. Like, I have learned how to shoot games like that and practice games, and you generally want to stick with one gun and then learn that pattern. And then you generally get that pattern, and you can apply that pattern to other guns and stuff like that. And not branch out and just be like, oh.
I mean, I literally don't even move my cursor to most of these dudes before they kill me. Like, what does it matter what gun I have? Like, I'm literally flicking, getting halfway to a dude and having to pick my hand up again. I'm trying to train my hand to look at guys on a screen. It doesn't matter what happens once I have the cursor on them. Because that is my challenge right now. I am when my cursor gets to them. Fuck. I'm trying to fucking, like, climb up sides of walls and shit like it's Apex. Oh. I mean, again, to me it sounds ridiculous. You're saying you're not practicing the way I like. It's not helping you at all. You're dumb.
No, I'm saying you're adding way more variables.
And that's, in my mind, a good thing for what I'm training for.
So
I mean, the variables after I put my cursor on them don't make sense. As far as for my enjoyment and what's going to translate to Apex, yeah, having different guns. Fine.
You just said you weren't trying to translate this to Apex. You were trying to...
No, I'm not trying to translate the killing of dudes. The aiming at them is what I'm trying to translate.
You only know
Like, do you see when are you watching me, like, look at guys and not be able to keep up with them? Because I'm not even used to how the camera moves around. I'm not, you know...
So you can't even play first person shooters, what you say?
Yes, because I've, like, moved my sensitivity down by a factor of 3. I was playing at a nearly 6 sensitivity, and now I'm playing at 2. So I'm retraining my hand to even, like, I keep having to, like, shake my hand out and move it all the way across this mouse pad so it feels normal. I'm retraining my hand to aim instead of my fucking tiny wrist muscles. Like, I was barely using any muscles. Like, if I'm look at my screen 30 seconds from now. Right now, how I'm moving, I would be... Hold on, let me state my sentence. How you're probably seeing me move now, twitching left, right just a little bit, would move my mouse completely across the screen before, damn near turn me around.
I mean, you are trying to it needs to feel comfortable for you.
That's what I'm working on. That's all I'm working on.
Oh, okay. So it's distracting. Stay in here.
Hold on, I'm trying to go to one with, like, less dudes and see if I can not have random guns, because that's a big-ass deal. But I mean, again, it's like 12, 9, 8, 7. There's not many people in the deathmatch maps. And I mean, I'm gonna guess rejoin the same one because I don't even see any free-for-all ones.
Sort by latency first.
I mean, that one's 35.
I mean, I can't see what you're doing yet. Which one's you? I don't know. Go to one.
I mean, again, this one's is the only one that I see that's free-for-all until down here, and then they're only like 3 and 4 players. I'm gonna go back in that one and double check that I didn't fucking choose a random gun when I thought I was clicking like a just start game thing.
Cause it said, I mean, when I saw it, it said new weapon. No, I think the bottom one says random weapon.
Terrorist counters terrorists.
Okay, I'm not there yet.
And 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So if you pick random, it just stays that way forever?
Yeah, you hit 1 and then you choose the gun. I would do that. Or you can just do pistol if you want.
Okay.
They would do the P250 pistol if you want.
I need to move my hand bigger. And I like keep having to fucking, like, it's just my nature that I'm not very competitive, so there being other people just makes it like clinchy. See, like, if my twitches were right, I would have killed both those last 2 dudes.
Yeah, right there.
I mean, it's gonna, with how quickly this shit's happening, it's gonna be very difficult to comment on shit.
Let's go. Shot time.
By the time you comment on a death, I've fucking died and respawned 12 times.
I'm more talking about, I'm just doing it broadly on your history. I mean, I can't tell if it's your just reaction time or your the sensitivity is way too low for you.
I mean, but that's the for you part is what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to go that lower. Like, I wish I had I fucking just deleted the videos, but last night I was looking at shit, and
So, I mean, it shouldn't feel slow. sluggish to you. It should feel like you have control.
Like, if I'm just talking about how it feels to drag this mouse across the screen, I'm pulling it, I'm dragging it. I mean, honestly, 2.5 felt pretty good. I went down to 2.0, so I might go back up.
How many times do you have to lift your mouse to get a full spin around?
Damn it. I say I can't test shit like that when people are killing me. Okay, so that corner.
Oh, you just try to spin around.
Yeah, see, and that's, hold on, that's where I want it.
How many times did you have to lift up your mouse?
I
Or
don't.
did you have to? You don't?
Nope. At 2.5 here, it fucking, one from the center of my mouse pad to the far edge turns me all the way around. And that's what I want.
Okay. Then do it off there.
See, let me test that again at 2.0.
Like, I generally have to do a full turn. I have to do like, I can do it almost all the way, and then I have to lift my wrist up a little bit to get that little bit extra around. But I can almost do a full turn just by, going. Just, and it's really just the middle of the mouse. I don't lift up my wrist or anything like that. It's like a 1/4 of a circle kind of. You know what I mean?
Just, yeah, like a little, like you pick up the mouse. See, that to me feels weird to have to do that in the middle of a movement. Like sometimes if I'm going down a spiral staircase, like, and keep
do full turns in combat. So, so I have like 70% of my, 70 to 80% of my movement, and then I hardly ever have to do full 360 turns unless I'm trying. I mean, if you're doing a 360 turn, you're trying to show off because you're shooting somebody in front of me. You're doing a full spin around and shooting the same guy in front of you.
I mean, yeah, but sometimes you're moving forward and somebody pings a shotgun behind you that you want, and then they say you turn around 180 degrees, and as you're doing that, they say, never mind, I picked it up. So you keep turning around and go back the way you're going originally.
Okay, Corey, you just be saying shit just to fucking...
I mean, that's a situation that happens.
You be just saying shit just to complicate what I say, like...
No, I mean, to me, picking up the mouse feels weird as fuck. That'd be a even further thing. The only time I have to do that is if I'm like turning left a bunch. Like if I'm going, that's what I was saying earlier. If I'm going down a spiral staircase where I'm just turning left, then I got to pick up and move my mouse back to the right. But like that hardly ever happens.
And like I said, I never do that actually playing the game. Only time I do 360s is when I'm trying to, like decide if I can do a 360 or how it feels to do a 360. I never do 360s in a game. I do 190s, and that's about it.
But how many of your mouses could you put edge to edge in your mouse area, like left to right? How much space do you have? Because I could fit 4.
What are you talking about?
Like, how wide is your mouse area?
I can fit probably 3.5, something like that.
Yeah, that's like 3.75 or so, I'd say. 3.25. So yeah, say we're working with about the same space there.
But that, it's just that is like the symptom, or the perfect example of like, I'm just like, I can't tell you shit without you going, because I'm just
what are you talking about? I'm saying that for me, personally, I can't.
You made up some crazy scenario about I'm going to
So
have the
there's
turn.
no other situation in a game where you're moving forward
You,
and you
you
need.
have to do a okay. This only happens when you have to do a 360 in one fluid motion. And most times you reset your mouse naturally, and you're not picking up or anything like that. You just do it. And there is no time in combat when you have to do a
Not in
full
combat, no.
360 in combat, or actually just regularly playing the game.
Going down
There,
2 flights of stairs.
going down 2
You
flights of
turn
stairs.
left twice. You're now faced back the way same you originally were.
You never pick up your mouse? Is that
Hardly
what you're saying?
never. Yeah, pretty much. That's the point I was trying to make. That it's odd to me that I don't do that.
Okay,
I've played with really high
go
sensitivity.
to go to Shroud's his thing and look at his hand. He picks up his mouse all the time.
I
Like
know that. He's also got a bigger area than me, and like he makes arm movements, and
that
like
was
I've
yeah yeah
watched that and been like, damn, like that's not how I play at all. But it's relearning a whole different thing, and that's what I'm telling you I'm doing, which is like difficult, and you're like you're doing it wrong. Like I'm like,
I don't
okay.
okay I want you to I don't see how you can not pick up your mouse at all to readjust it. I don't see I
Like
just
I
don't
said,
that's not possible.
so put your DPI at 3300 and your sensitivity at like 5.5.
So your mouse just constantly moves through, like you just constantly move
With
your
my
mouse.
mouse on my screen, not using, a game,
And you don't
controlling a first person game, I can twitch my hand about
is is your
3 inches and go across both monitors.
is your wrist rested on the mouse pad, or is it hovering?
It's rested.
I
You,
don't know.
you hover?
No, I don't hover. I was gonna say I was thinking you were saying you hover maybe,
I
but
mean,
you
that
just
makes more sense for being able to pick it up more easily if you're hovering. You're like holding the
no no
weight
no
of
no.
your hand. If you're resting,
So
then you're picking up
okay,
weight every time you do it.
maybe you don't understand the word pickup when I'm saying pickup. You don't understand
Yes,
what I'm.
you're slightly raising your wrist to raise the mouse off the
No,
ground,
no,
but
no.
that's
I don't raise my wrist when I pick up. I'm not talking about I pick up. I like it's just a slight. You pick up the mouse. You don't pick up your wrist. You just like slightly
I mean, are you
like
doing this with your hand right now?
yeah. I can do that easily. Yeah.
I'm saying like, 'cause that makes no sense. How the fuck are you picking up the mouse without your wrist? Just you're lifting your whole arm?
What are you talking about?
Are
I
you
pick up.
doing the thing you're describing?
Yes, my wrist is.
Bending to pick up the mouse.
I, I need to see a picture of what you're doing because this
I'm
makes my wrist is laying flat on the ground, and then it lays. I can lay my wrist.
I
I
mean,
can
what
I can
joint is
I can put.
articulating when you're picking up, as you say, the
Okay,
mouse?
so look, I can pick up my. I can not have my hand on the mouse and lift up my hand without lifting up my wrist off the mat.
Right, but your wrist is the thing that's moving, right?
My wrist never moves when I play the game, hardly ever.
I think you're mistaking me saying that you're moving your wrist by moving your whole arm when I say articulating the joints in your wrist. My forearm is not budging. Like, I don't know what you're picturing. I'm saying I don't do that. My hand slides around and I never release my mouse cursor from the mouse pad in order to readjust my mouse unless it's a very rare
You
situation.
never release your mouse cursor
Right,
when you.
move the mouse from the surface so that I can move the mouse without moving the cursor. That's what you're talking about doing, right?
I'm talking about I lift my mouse up without
And
taking
then
my
and
wrist
then make a
off the
small
mat.
adjustment while
Make a
not moving the
small.
cursor because it's detached from the surface that it's sensing.
Yeah.
I never do that.
Okay.
My
Hmm.
mouse stays down. But I mean, with this sensitivity, I'm going to have to. Because, Hell,
This is so
going
fucking.
down a flight of stair or a spiral staircase will require picking it up, moving it back, picking it up,
Hold
moving it
up.
back.
I'm about to play fucking Counter Strike with my fucking sensitivity turned up. Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you'll be like, holy shit. I was more like you're more right than
Okay.
you thought you were about me playing with high sensitivity.
Your DPI is on what?
3300.
Oh god, this is gonna be super fucking horrible.
I mean, hell, you can tell because my mouse pad is actually like a Pokemon card game pad, so it's big as hell, but my keyboard's like on most of it, and the spot that's like worn out from my mouse is barely bigger than the mouse.
So I might have played with 3000 on Counter Strike anyway. We'll see. What did you usually? You went into for just the
Practice with
bots.
bots and Dust too, since I know the map as far as like where things are, just so I wouldn't be lost if I was looking for bots to kill.
Okay. And I also compensate a lot of that sometimes with my straking too. Like you can compensate your shooting and your moving. Like if you're moving, you're moving. Shit's hard to explain, but I think it's
I know
left
what
if
you
you're
mean, and
moving.
I would, yeah, but that's more of like a developed skill than I'd say like something you can just tell somebody like, hey, do this.
Okay.